Alright guys, it's your boy Newteddyera, and I'm coming at you today with another Mermail deck profile. I know you guys are kind of like, oh, you have Mermails again? Everybody knows this is my main deck, and I'm coming at you today because a lot of people have been telling me discuss, break down all these decks. So it's going to be a little long, and Dave is just going to ask me random questions, and we're going to have fun with it. It is 4 o'clock in the morning, so bear with us. And yeah, I guess we're gonna just kickstart it. Alright, just bring it down, let me know when it's
very good
in a good spot.
Yeah, right there.
Alright, still triple Megalo. A lot of times I see a lot of builds now, people are running it at 2. 3 to me is still good. Yeah, it's a hit and miss card, but the way I run the deck, Megalo is very prevalent. I still run marksmen's and heavy infantry, so I still run triple Megalo. With that being said, 3 Abyss Sturge. Like I said, guys, it's real fucking late. But Abyss Sturge, the second most.
I thought Sturge was the 1700
Abyss. See, I'm fucking up. Abyss, the second most important card in the deck. The first most important is the Pike. Pike right now has proven itself to be the best card of the deck. A lot of people may fail to realize that this card is the #1 card of the deck.
And also not the #1 non-hollow Mermail.
Non-hollow, yeah. He's the only one, and Sturge are the only 2 really that hasn't had a reprint for. Yeah. But Pike is the #1 card of the deck. A lot of people say Abyss is, Abyss gets you Pike or gets you Sturge, but at the end of the day, the Pike is what gets you your plays. It lets you ditch the gun that you may have in hand or ditch something that's a 1. And since it's a 4, it opens up bigger plays for one-on-one. Things like that. So it's just very prevalent, and since the ruling on it that it's a cost and not like
just like an original effect.
Yeah, it just is hard to stop it. It's just hard to stop Pike after it gets going. So that's what it is. 1 Sturge. I did have it at 2. I want to put it back at 2, but again, I don't want to make this 42 cards or 41. I want to make it 40. Get to my little plays that I need to, get to the cards that I need, just to push, and potentially right here with these 2, that's a rank 4.
Right.
And I could recycle Sturge so many times because of 3 guns now that I run. So with that being said, triple gun. Yes, I finally went to 3. People kept saying, oh, it's a great card, you need to run it at 3. Personally, I like it more at 2 still. I play it at 3, but I like it more at 2. Having 2 in hand sucks so bad. It's dead cards because you're only getting 1 of their effects. And drawing a gun first turn sucks so much because you don't want to waste it. And since, my team and Dave and everybody on the team's been testing the new rules of the OCG that if you go first, you can't draw and blah, blah, blah. So having this first turn sucks. You rather be able to do a play. 3 Lindy.
Where's the OT?
I know, yo, today, during our testing, we did a post on EKS, and they were just trolling like crazy. He was like, one guy was like, oh, why you have common marksmen's? Why are your warning and Levier and Ultra and not an OT? Dude, and I'm like, dude, it's because I want to. Period. Like, I could get it, but I just like Lindy this rarity. Like, back up, Pop. Like,
and not all people got money like
that.
Got
money, right. And I play a lot of decks, so why would I max out every deck and then end up being poor? I'd rather pay rent and my car insurance than fucking super high rarity every single card that I own. 1 Dragoons, of course, I put it at 1 because the ban list and Konami said put this fucking card to 1 is too broken. So it's at 1, so it's got to be played. My common marksman, I'm still looking for OTs if anybody has it. But like I said,
we're going to do deals.
Yeah, check out the binder. We'll have an updated one soon. But I'm looking for triple marksman OTs. This card is mandatory at 3. Patrick Hoban, all respect to you, bro, because you ran it at 2, and I understand why you brung it down a little bit, because a lot of stuff that this pops is chainable. But I just like sometimes summoning it, attacking, and if it stays on the field, I can make a rank 3 play later on. So I just think it's still too good. People still run Mirror Force. People still run Face Down. This is real good against Gear Gears. And me running triple Megalo, I need stuff to discard. So that's that. Double Heavy Infantry. I did have it at 3 in my previous build. I brung it down to 2. Not to see it more, but not to like get cloggy in hand. I could discard 2 and pop 2 face-ups. But sometimes it is dead. Because you don't want to just waste the card. And ditching it and not popping anything is like, you just wasted a card. So you went negative to do something positive. And in the long run, is really not prevalent. So I understand, again, why Patrick Hoban took it out completely. I just think this fucking card is still too good to not have it in your deck. Especially if you're coming back from anything. Having this in hand, Lindy getting attacked, dying, Pike, pop that monster that was potentially about to whip your ass, get rid of it, and next turn you have a Pike that was saved if they didn't have 2 or 3 monsters. You had a Pike that was saved, and you know you have a level 4 on board. So potentially you could do more pushes. And you know, since I run 2 Aqua Spirits, it lets me do more things. It lets me make rank 4s easier. Sometimes a Pike gets out of with Lindy. It comes out. You know, it potentially could stay on board, and if it does, I usually have an Aqua Spirit or another play to do to be able to push out a rank 4, or even push out a Synchro, like Black Rose, something like that. So 2 Aqua Spirits, it lets me do plays, and the effect is alright. We usually just make it to exceed. 1 title, because it's at 1. 1 Undyne, and the 1 controller that loves to be in my fucking hand, that makes this fucking card dead all the fucking time. But this makes it a little more live because of this.
And you never had thought about taking it out completely? The control and the Undyne? The
controller and Undyne, I thought about taking it out every fucking day.
Because you can put the second Sturge for one of those cards.
I was thinking about putting another Sturge and just putting Foolish Burial in. But again, this just lets me get titled faster. It's searchable by Pike. So next turn, potentially, I can make a title. But a lot of times what happened when I summon this, when I search this off with Pike, my next draw is this fucking card. So I end up being fucked at the end. And then a lot of times, I'll draw the fucking 1 controller. With our testing today, we had like 20-something duels. And this was in my hand, what, 10? 20? Yeah. Out of 20 duels, how many times was in my hand? More than half.
Yeah, I think it was like more than 12 times.
Right, and it potentially makes this card dead. So, in theory, I understand, yeah, it works 1 and 1. This is searchable, so you should be seeing this before you see this. Not in fucking Teddy's book. I get this fucking card so many times. Onto spells. How much time we're at right now?
9.
9? Alright, we'll speed it up. Triple MST, mandatory. Hoban, all respect to you, but Fire Fist is a deck. Book, Salvage, Dark Hole. Like I said, I always had Dark Hole. People say why you run that dumbass card. If a lot of people fail to realize, this was a staple last format. 2 formats ago.
With Monster Reborn Heavy.
When Monster Reborn and Heavy, when they were around, this was a staple. If I'm not mistaken, this card was actually banned before. So, apparently it was a good card. To me, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, no card is a bad card.
You just gotta find the right percentage for it.
Right. With me, with this deck, how I have it built, is worked on percentages. What is my most likely card to top deck that will potentially get me out of a situation? So, that's why I run 3 Megalos, things like that. Things that could potentially help me or destroy me, because sometimes drawing a Megalo sucks. But drawing a Megalo, the next turn drawing a salvage, percentages all day. Just constant percentages. And Darko is just too good not to run. Destroy the field, I could care less, because I could chain. They activate Dark. I activate Darko. I chain Sphere. Get the Lindy. Lindy dies. Get a bigger beater on board. Plays. Just so many plays. Abyss Sphere. Everybody knows what it does. I call it Abyss Fear, not Abyss Spear. I say fear because a lot of people fear it.
Yeah.
They MST it like dummies, and I'm like, thank you. Like I'm gonna tell you the way you beat it. Wait until I activate it. Anybody knows that? Let them activate this,
and then MST
it. Just because the way the chain links work on this, it attempts to activate to search,
but it never resolves.
And it never resolves because the
card was never on the field.
Exactly. And since it says it's a continuous, if this was like a counter trap or something like that, you won't be able to MST it. But or if it was like a trap 3 spell, which is like Compose or something like that. I think they're Trap 3 or Trap 2. Something like that. If it was like that, then you won't be able to do it. The same thing with Tenki. A lot of people do know it, but it's good to just tell people, even though we know it, but maybe that one person on YouTube will not know it. So
it'd be like, oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that, right? The same thing with Warning, stopping...
Trying to stop a Star Eater.
Trying to stop Star Eater. I understand that Star Eater says it cannot be stopped, but everybody was saying Warning just says no to everything. So with that being said, that's what I remember. That's the ruling that I remember. Warning says no to everything. But I guess Star Eater was made and they didn't say nothing. But with that being said, Warning, Bottomless, Torrential, Compose, all the one-ofs. I don't run any Fiendish Chains in here. Sometimes they're a little slow, but I do lose to card effects. So I might want to put Fiendish Chain in here.
Or Effect Veiler.
Effect Veiler would work.
They're taking out the Undying. And
I could do that, but then it makes it slower. I start running into cards that I don't want. Like if I draw a Star Eater, if I draw an Effect Veiler, there's nothing I could do with it. And maybe I would need a Water Monster at that time. So, real quick, my little tokens. My TED token, fuck you, Thunder. You can suck my... Oh, wow. So we're going to get right into the extra. So, real quick, Mecha Equipped Engineer, number 47, Levier, Leviathan, Abyss Strike. Now, I know there's a lot of level 3s. We already talked about this. We might be taking out 1 or 2 of them. But again, they're just so...
They're all situational.
They're so situational. And at the end of this video, I'll do a real quick scenario for you can see why these cards are just amazing. So I'm going to hold these aside here. Not to make you feel bad, Dave, but I just want to explain to them why 3s are still good.
Right.
Alright? So, one Cowboy. Cowboy, pew wins games. 1 Dweller for the mirror match, and for like Heretics late game. Because it hurts them once all their vanillas are in the grave. Bahamut Shark is just too broken.
Dirty.
Exciton. Yeah, this card is so dirty because it gets cards like this. And then when it's summoned, if you got a 3 in your hand, it lets one of your water monsters attack directly. A lot of people plays for these. Exciton or Extinction or... whatever they fucking call it is fucking Evil Swarm Knight.
I prefer Extinction Knight.
Extinction, right? But it's Exciton. which I think extinction because it's making all your fucking field extinct. But anyway, one extinction night or exaton, one-on-one. I did have it at 2, but
it was cloudy.
No, I just didn't have enough space really. I might want to take out one of these rank 3s, like maybe a mecha equipped or this, but again, those are some of the stuff that we're still working out the kinks as the team. We're practicing for it. You know, every time you shake the tape. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
One Dracossack, one Big Eye, one Giles. 1-1-1. I do want to put Giles to 2, but 1-1-1 works. Black Rose and Leo. Leo puts in work. There's a ruling on this. You attack, end your turn. They cannot do anything to it because you did not go to main phase 2, period. It's not mandatory to go to main phase 2, but if they have a Fiendish or Compose or Deprison, you could tell them eat a fat Leo's attack because 31, you take it, of course, because you don't have nothing that doesn't target. So end turn, Leo is alright, nothing happens to him.
Unless he gets Torrential Tribute.
Unless Torrential,
Mirror Force.
And Mirror Force are the only 2 things that fear it. That is feared. That this fears. But other than that, I run marksmans. So let's clear the field and I'm gonna attack you with 31. Alright, so this was the whole ordeal that we wrote on Facebook that somebody was like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. Read the card. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, now, oh, not Dracossack. Where's Gaios? Gaios. Alright. How much time we're at?
You're at 17 minutes.
Alright, we're just going to do this real quick. Now, bang, bang, and this had that. Alright, so Gaios, this had no materials. This had none. This had 1. Alright. Now, my opponent made a Star Eater. Right? I activated Warning. And Warning was apparent, you know, of course, didn't stop Star Eater. Cancelled out. So I paid the 2,000 because it's a cost. He summoned Star Eater. He attempted to attack. Gaios was on board. He had 1,500 left. And he had to quit. He had to scoop. The reason being he's scooping because of 47 being so good. 47 lets me detach and lets any water monster attack. Now the reason why this is good, this card alone let me do this. Let me make this completely. That's what it did. And this was so problematic. It baited out the one Veiler that he had for me to be able to do this and this. And I attacked 28 directly. People are saying that I run too many level 3s. But all these level 3s are useful in times. Yes, they're harder to make. But yes, it does happen. And when it does, you win games with it. As you can see with that one situation, like I said, against Star Eater. Because if Star Eater would have stood on board, I would have lost. Point blank period. Each one does this thing. Get a card that's removed. Let one of my water monsters attack, but the other ones can attack. But 28 to the butt, whatever. This could potentially come out, but I have it in here because of it being a water and letting me detach like a marksman and able to pop. Mecha Equip was so good because it was situations that I went into. I summoned Mecha Equip with Leo Arms on board, and that's GG because main phase 2 I can activate effect and put him in defense and he is unstoppable. Or even in my opponent's turn, he's unstoppable. 2 turns of 31 hurts so much.
It really does. So,
with that being said, I know there's a long video. If you guys are still with us, I just want you to say, you know, I want to tell you guys, thank you for coming to this video. Thank you for viewing. 15 likes on this video. The next video will go up. And check out the Facebook group. Will be down in the description. And thank you for watching. See ya!